about it. When you have a mature team, you give them what you think is going to happen in the game, and you play it out so that they can prepare for that. And I think anytime you play in any type of game, you have to prepare physically. You have to get your body ready. You have to prepare mentally, know what you're doing, but then emotionally and spiritually. And I think that's a part of this, is understanding the electricity that's going to come with the game, and it'll be on hyper speed there for the first quarter, and just preparing for that and understanding that that's the way the game's going to go down. And being able to respond to that. But our guys have played in big games, they played in big environments, so I don't think that'll be advantage to either side. Clemson's played unbelievable games here in the last couple of years. So, you just talk to the team, about it, and then you prepare the best you can.
Question here on the far right.
Ryan, before practice Tuesday, you seemed pretty fired up. Yesterday, you guys came out with you're having a more fun message. How does a coach decide what is the best approach on a given day?
You take it day to day. That's one of the things that I've talked about this year. I think our coaching staff's done a great job of is, with our team and with this generation, it's kind of day to day. It's just the way it is. And we've had great practices. Preparing for this game has almost been like a bye week. It's happened so fast, and we've done a really good job, I think, of preparing the guys for that. But when it's Christmas, you got to have some fun with them, and we had some fun. They're away from home, especially some of the younger guys have never done that before. Their first time away from home for Christmas, so we want to have a lot of fun and make sure that they understand that this is their family away from home. But then some of the other practices have been really spirited, really physical, and there's a lot on the line here, and they know that, and our coaching staff knows that. And again, I thought we've had a good week.
Second row on the left.
Ryan, the 2013 bowl game against Clemson was the impetus for a defensive change in Ohio State. The 2016 bowl game against Clemson was the impetus to bring you here. Is this as well-fashioned a team that you can put together to be ready for Clemson again?
I think I talked to the team the other day. I'm not ready for this team to be done. More than anything, I love this team. I love these kids. I love this coaching staff. What they've done, together as a group, but just personally, what they've done for me in my first time as a head coach. They'll always have a place in my heart. And like we said, we're not ready for this thing to be over. So. We're fighting for that too. We want to continue to play after this and keep this team together. And I do. I think that these guys are excited to play in this game, and it's time to go play and find out where we're at. You don't know until you're in those games, and it goes back to fundamentals and understanding how you take care of the ball and tackling and those type of things. So our veteran players have to play veteran. The good players have to play good. That's how it goes in games like this.
We'll stay on the left, fourth row.
Ryan, could you just describe what this last year has been like for you? You replace a legend like Urban Meyer, and you go undefeated your first season as a head coach, and now you're getting ready to get in the playoffs. What has this been like for you?
Well, it's been day to day, week to week, and again, it sounds cliche, but it's something that we've talked about from the get-go. And one of the things that you can't get overwhelmed with is the expectations, because they're so high here, and the margin for error is so small. But when you surround yourself with great coaches, when you surround yourself with great players and leaders and recruit great families, that's what helps, and you rely on them. But it's been quite a year, and I think that our guys, as the season has gone on, have built a better chemistry. Our coaching staff has built that as well, and so now we're to this point now. And we talked about this way back in February, that we wanted to be in this moment. Well, we're in the moment right now. And now it's all about preparing the best we can, spending every moment we can, being ready for this spot, and go play as great as we can. And then the thing is, when we get into that thing, we have to be bold. We have to come out of the gates and be aggressive, and that's the way we played all year. And we have to continue to do that in big games.
Next question. Right here on the far left.
Ryan Dennis, CBS Sports Digital. Following up on that, there were coaches that coached for 30 years just to try to get to this spot. You've reached it in your first year. What do you do for an encore for the next 10 years?
Well, I try not to think about that. I try not to worry about that. When we started here last January, knowing what Coach Meyer had done leading up to this point, because again, when you focus on that, you can get yourself overwhelmed. And but yeah, it's been a great season. Couldn't have hoped for anything better up to this point. Now it's just a matter of, can we go finish this thing off the way that we wanted to. all the way from the get-go. And it's all about the players, though. It's about the leaders. It's about the guys on this team who have built that camaraderie, and they play great. And now, it's, again, in games like this, it comes down to the players. It's not plays, it's not coaches, it's the players playing great, and they're the ones who deserve the credit in the end.
Back row on the left.
Ryan, what would be your words for, what would be your words for the collection of talent that's going to be on that field Saturday, counting both sides?
Oh, pretty impressive. I mean, when you look at the guys on both sides of the ball on both teams, you got a lot of NFL players there who are going to be playing for a long time. So it's going to be fun to see those guys playing against each other and competing. But you talk about a collection of power, speed, strength. You kind of look on both sides. It's there. Clemson's, they're strong, they're powerful, they're tough. So we, they're fast, they have speed, we have speed. So they have a really good quarterback, we have a really good quarterback. They have a really good running back, we have a really good running back. It goes back and forth, and so it's an equated game, and it'll be fun to watch.
Second row on the left.
Yeah, Coach Clay Hall, ABC 6, Fox 28 in Columbus. There was a moment in practice the other day, you were kind of messing around with the big guys, and they kind of picked you up on their shoulders. It looked like a scene maybe out of Rudy.